I got so pissed off, I don't want him at the baby shower or the birth. What's going on once again, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you are new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe. Welcome and good to have you. If you are a returning viewer, good to see you again. Maybe I'm being too judgmental. Maybe it's just me. Or they're putting something in the water that is making people careless or simply dumb. I don't know. Because I'll be honest with you, if that is the case, I need to stop drinking this water right now. But this wife is going off the chain, is going off the rail about the husband being too happy because he found out they're having a boy instead of a girl. Or she's going berserk. She hates that the husband is so happy when he found out they were having a boy instead of a girl. She can't take it, and now she's talking about should I invite my husband to the baby shower or the birth of our child? This is crazy. This is insane. Anyway, you're not supposed to be happy as a man, right? Is this what she's saying? Is this the case? So you just sit there, pay the bills, be quiet, do not get excited about anything. Nothing. Huh? She titled the post, "Would I be the a-hole if I didn't let my husband attend the baby shower or the birth of our child?" It's getting interesting already. My husband, 29, and I, 28, have a daughter, 3 years old. He was happy when I told him she was a girl. We're having another, and when I had the ultrasound, I was told it was another girl. Again, my husband was happy. Turns out, I was told wrong, and it's actually a boy we're having. My husband freaked out in excitement. Okay, so what's the big deal here? The man is just excited, the man is just happy. What's the big deal? I mean, when a man finds out he's having a boy, he's happy, he's excited. When a woman finds out she's having a girl, she's happy and excited. What's the big deal here? His reaction to us having a boy was nothing like either of his reaction to having a girl. He was actually jumping around and yelling. He immediately called all of his friends and family. He kept hugging and swinging our daughter around and telling her she was getting a brother. Again, what is the big deal here? It's a normal reaction for a dude. Very normal. He's excited that he's having a boy to carry on his genes and pass on his teachings to. That is all there is to it. Very few men are excited when they find out they're having a girl. Very few men. This man is just very happy. He's excited that he gets to have a boy. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance, but he's having a boy, so what's the big deal? What is the big deal here? She says, I confronted them about not being this excited about having girls, and he said, "'Cause I wanted a boy." Yep, that's it. Plain and simple. It's not this complex. It's really not that complicated. I think you're making this more complex than it should be. She goes on to say, I got so pissed off, I don't want him at the baby shower or the birth. Ma'am, you're making this way more complex than it should be. You're reading too much into this. It's not that complex. He's just excited because he's having a mini-me. That's what you ladies call it when you're having a girl. You said, oh, a mini-me. In his version, being excited, that means a mini-me. She says, he thought I was kidding at first, but once he realized I seriously got really upset and started an argument over it. Would I be the a-hole if I didn't let him attend the baby shower or birth? What do you mean let him attend the baby shower or birth? Is that not his child too? You do not own this child. You see, you starting this. You started this. You started this argument. It's not him who started the argument. You started this because you got in your emotions. Because you let your emotions control your logics, which you don't have any. If you had any logics, if you were a rational person, you would know, oh, this is not that complex. No, it's not. But you let your emotion control your decision making. And that can lead to your family being broken apart just because of one thing. That is you and you only. And I don't understand this idea where women think they can alienate a guy from being a part of his kid's life. What type of nonsense you guys do in this country? This makes no sense. And you know who caused this? Western raised men. Most of you Western raised men, you have no spine. No spine. And these are the same women who goes on to tell the child later on, your father abandoned you. No, 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 no. You causing this. You will be the reason why. If he chooses to walk away from you, you're gonna be the reason why. This woman is getting grilled in the comment section. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear some of the comments here. Someone says, you're the a-hole, not wanting your husband to attend a baby shower and or the birth of his own child because he is excited about having a son, which you interpreted years later as him having been insufficiently excited for your own personal state about having a daughter, is honestly one of the most mind-numbingly dumb and a-hole-ish things I've ever read in this sub. Not only you are the a-hole, you're the a-hole 1,000 times over. I agree. Somebody else says, open quote, I'm going to prevent you from attending the birth of your son because I've now decided that 3 years ago, and this time as well, you did not jump around hysterically enough for my taste when we found out we were having a daughter. Close quote. The idiocy would be the end of this marriage, and good riddance to her. This is another comment coming from somebody else. It's pretty long. He says, I can understand your feelings over this. That has to be a little hurtful and frustrating for you. But speaking as a dad, this seems like an overreaction on both parts. This guy is that excited to have a son, and you are wanting to deny him being at his son's birth? Maybe you should have toned that down a bit, but let me offer this perspective. Do you have any idea how many kids out there have sperm donors who doesn't seem to give a shit about them? It's not they don't give a shit, they're sperm donors. I don't have to be there. I donate it and I walk out. Just the other day on here, there was a story about a woman going to an ultrasound appointment like you, and her husband ditched her at the last second to have lunch with friends. Your husband is present, engaged. It sounds like he is engaged and active with your daughter as well, and he's stoked that he's having a boy. Maybe this has been a lifelong dream of his, to have a son. Now, obviously, the hope is that he does not play favorites. But until the kids get to that age, you're not going to know if he will do that or not. If you ban him from his child's birth, you're the a-hole. Still reading that same comment. If I've ever learned anything from the amount of couples therapy I've gone through with my own wife, it's that any kind of withholding techniques used as punishment towards a partner, not talking, withholding affections, not allowing into spaces, etc., only ever makes your partner resent you that much more. Is that really how you want your son's life to start? Good question. This is a comment coming from a girl. She says, why can't your girl be your mini-me because she's a girl? I act way more like my dad than I do my mom, and I'm a girl. Anecdotal. Doesn't matter. My brother acts more like my mother than I do. Like, I get that you're excited about having a boy, but if my partner was way more excited about having a boy than a girl, I would think he had some internalized sexism that he needed to deal with. Because girls can do anything a boy can do just without the male genitalia. That's not true. If you were brainwashed to believe that a girl can do everything that a man can do, that's not true. In all this sexism talks, there's nothing sexism here. Nothing. The guy is just excited about having a boy. She says, I played sport until my younger brother grew his own football players. I would go out there and toss the ball with him. I love Barbies and Hot Wheels. I have been hunting, and I have girl cousin that love to hunt. camp, and hike. In a typical male pursuit, I probably know a girl or woman who is great at it. Like, open up your mind. Well, I get where you're coming from. I wouldn't say it's not an open mind. Men and women are not equal. We are very, very different. If you believe that we are equal, that's fine. You can believe whatever you want. But the facts are, reality is, men and women are not equal. We are not your equal. How about I see you go out there on a major football league and you play against those guys? Let's see that happen. So I do hope both of you reconciled and go past this predicament and you resolve whatever issues you're facing. You can't single handedly choose to alienate the father from either the birth or the baby shower of his own son. You can't do that. That's just not smart. If you end up doing that, then whatever the result you get, accept it. Because at this point, you're asking, you're choosing to break up your family. And later on, you're going to tell your son that his dad abandoned him. And he's not going to know the truth. Once again, thank you for checking out the video. Comment below, let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, like the video on your way out. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.